Good morning. I am on a mission to find what I believe is the world's largest Louis Vuitton trunk. So if you're a fan of the brand, or you like trunks, or you just want to see what a 5+ meter trunk looks like, then follow along on today's antics into London, and we're going to see if we can find it, or if we can get to it, because I know it's in a hotel, 5-star hotel, and we might not be able to get in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get to see it. See you in a bit. First up, Battersea power station, an old disused power station. All throughout my childhood it was just abandoned, and then one day they turned it into a high-end shopping mall, so let's go check it out. So this is a decommissioned coal-fired power station located in Battersea in London. It was created in 1935 and it's still one of the biggest brick-based buildings in the entire world. The power station was decommissioned in 1975 and it's been stood derelict until the last few years. Pretty much got everything you need all in one place if you're going to go shopping, from high-end luxury stores, mid-level, cinema, bars, restaurants, everything under one roof. So this place is absolutely massive. It's huge. I didn't realise it was so big. Really interesting what they've done to it, and it's a good time of year to come actually. Christmas, they've done a good job making it feel kind of special, but they've kept the theme of the power station. Every so often you get these kind of bits of machinery and bits of equipment thrown in. Kept a lot of the original beams going through the original roof. Done an amazing job. Gonna go get something to eat. Harris baguette for all of you Koreans. Believe it or not, that's that's where it's from. Check those power cables. Look how thick that is. This is one of the coolest things in here, and that's one of the original cranes, I guess, to move coal around or heavy equipment. But it's just so cool that they kind of kept it in and blends in with the scenery. Outside they have an ice rink sponsored by IWC Schaffhausen and a Joe Malone little house. Now, interesting, leave a comment down below, because I don't know why there's steam coming out this chimney, because it's been decommissioned. Is that for effect, or is it coming from the restaurants? I don't actually know, so if anyone knows, let me know below. Interesting, one of the chimneys has been turned into an elevator or a lift to the top, so you can pay money, go up, have a look at the views, come back down again. Bentley's London. Stumbled across this. I actually follow them on Instagram. Really cool stuff, a lot of vintage luggage, trunks, interesting pieces, usually high-end luxury goods. What I really love is their luggage though, especially this piece at the top in what looks like alligator or crocodile. If I zoom in you can see it. Typical London Muse, very popular on Instagram, and this place looks to me like something straight out of Louisiana. I don't know why, it just gives off that vibe. A lot of these stores around here, used watches, probably 2+ million worth of watches in that window alone. Years. Guess the price on this. So if you don't want to build up a reputation at Hermes and buy a load of their low-end stuff before being offered a Birkin in a colour that you probably don't want, you can go along to these stores and pay top dollar to actually get what you want in used condition usually, or very near new. But a lot of these things you just won't see, like this wicker piece here. Very, very rare. Same goes for this. I've never seen one of these in the flesh. Not too keen on that lock. Below looks very 80s, just doesn't work for me. Lady Dior's an exotic. It's like Himalaya crocodile. What do you think of this edge? For something that costs around 10 grand, I would have thought a little extra finishing would really finish it off, but alas. Of course, I have to stop off at Swain Aidney and Brigg, formerly, now just known as Swain. Quintessentially British. As quintessential as the word quintessential itself. One of my favourite stops in London. Beautiful folio case. Getting very popular in Navy. They do a really good job of modernising the brand with some new contemporary pieces, but really keeping that essence of British leather goods, which I really enjoy seeing. Nothing gets more British than good old Churchill. Love this piece of luggage right here, just that colour scheme, beautiful, what a contrast. Of course, what would Swain be without the influence of James Bond? Stopping off at Smithson of Bond Street, on Bond Street. Always good to visit these guys around Christmas time. Interesting pieces. Don't believe they actually do exotic leathers, but you see a lot of croc print here. Check out the veneers on those shelves. Don't know why, that caught my eye. Quilted maple. And of course, the Christmas lights. Looking very nice this year. Dior and Chanel always put on a good display. I think Dior has clinched it this year. Ralph Lauren, they make really good coffee in there. There's a cafe if ever you stop by. But Cartier for me has the ultimate Christmas display. My favourite of all. Burlington Arcade, very nice, but this time of year it gets very busy in here, so kind of did a little turnaround and left. So moving on to one of the most famous places in London. This is Fortnum and Mason. This is where the royal family does their shopping, their groceries. Interesting displays this year. This is actually the first time I've ever been inside Fortnum and Mason, if you can believe it. Been by many times, just never gone in. Interesting, this little piece here. This is single pieces of leather stitched and then stuck on with glue with some stamped antique brass looking pieces. To the uninitiated, quite luxurious, but it's actually very cheaply made. This is Lorna, most famous for the handbag chosen by the Queen Elizabeth II, and they definitely let you know it. Ettinger, usually known for their yellow interior wallets, are actually coming out with some different colours, which is nice to see. Bridal leather throughout. And Fortnum and Mason is probably most famous for their hampers, like a big picnic basket. Usually very, very expensive. This is an interesting piece because it's got 12 bottles of wine. Can't be high-end wine. For £200. I would have thought it would be around £2,000 to be honest. Did end up getting a few bits, some tea, some biscuits, Fortnum and Mason beer and a couple of other bits and bobs for the Christmas tree. Now we are on our way to the Ritz Hotel to check out their Christmas display. They always do something quite special. Now that is a Christmas tree. So I'm outside Claridge's Hotel, right behind me, and we're going to go in and see if we can find the Louis Vuitton trunk. If they'll let us in, hopefully, wish me luck. So some of these hotels get a little bit funny about filming inside, so I'm keeping this one as covert as possible. Good evening. So here we go. Are you ready? Now, just to give you an idea of scale, I'm going to put my hands on it. So it's not real leather, obviously, it's actually hollow plastic. But it looks very good. I'd love to know who actually made this for Vuitton. Boop. But the lozine on the corners it does feel like lozine. The stuff they use on the actual trunks. The coated canvas, I believe, is real. The brass hardware, I believe, is plastic, however. So I managed to get in. This thing is huge. The rivets are actually stuck on. There's one missing on the right there, in the centre slat. This, however, is a great way to round out the video. One of my favourite things to see, and that is the Santa Steam Express. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy.